And by the way, before I end this video, can I just say that middle school relationships don't even last long? Like, they really don't, okay? Like, they just don't. They don't last long, to be honest with you. Like, they just don't. Like, you guys can literally be dating for... Like, you guys can be dating, and then next thing you know, y'all will break up for like 2 or 3 weeks. So it's like, is there really a point to this? Like... Okay guys, so I had to empty out my SD card because, you know, my memory was, you know, full. So, yeah. What is up, homie warriors? It's Joti back at again. Excuse me. Let me try it again. Hey, homie warriors, what is up? It's Joti back at again with another video. Hey, my loves. Hey, my supporters. Just that's enough of this intro. Anyways, so back at again when there's a Storytime episode once again. You know, I be pumping out these Storytime episodes. But this one, I think I told this before, but yeah. I don't know what that was. I don't know why I just did that. But yeah. So this I told us beforehand, but I ended up deleting it because basically I just thought I was taking too long to get to the point. I thought I was kind of like, you know, basically not going into details with this. So basically for this, I'm trying to tell us again with more details and getting to the point and all that stuff. And let's hope and keep our fingers crossed that this video is not too long. Okay? Alright. So this is going to be the time that I had a puppy love crush on this girl, basically. And I say puppy love crush because it was just puppy love. Even at the time, I thought it was puppy love crush. But anyways, yeah, let's get into it. I'm not waste your time. Let's get into it. So, this happened around 7th grade, okay? I was walking with my BFF, Sif. And we had art class, basically. So I walked into art class, and then next thing you know, I see her. And I remember her. And I'm like, oh, that's her. We'll call her Maddie. Okay, so we'll call her Maddie. So, so I'm like, oh, that's Maddie. And Sif is like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, Maddie. That was her from elementary school. And it was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, that was the girl that I had a puppy love crush on, apparently. And apparently Sif didn't really remember too much of the story. So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, well, let me just give you a little flashback story of what happened, okay? So I'm telling him this flashback story of what happened, where this goes back to 3rd grade, okay? So, yeah, flashback, right? So I met her in 3rd grade, and I thought she was cute. Yeah, I thought she was cute. And I just straight up asked her, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? And she was like, okay. Or, no, I said, I want you to be my girlfriend. And she was like, okay. Like, she just flat out, like I made it really funny because she just flat out said, okay. Like she said with no emotion, but anyways. So, then I ended up telling her that, oh, we used to see each other in the library. And it was like it was kind of like when we saw each other in the library, it was like we was dating at the library, if that makes sense. Like it felt like a date at a library. And then I told him that we kind of almost kissed, which honestly, it's just like, y'all are children. Y'all are children. Which at the time, I was thinking back. Sorry, I can't talk. I was thinking back to that. Even now, I'm thinking back like, why would you have a crush in third grade? Like, it's like, boy, why would you have a crush in third grade? Like, that's literally a cooties phase. Because, you know, boys didn't like girls and girls didn't like boys. And basically, when I saw, and I forgot to mention, when I saw her, she had like a summer glow up. You know, like, you know, when kids had that summer glow up, like, you know, no shades or anything like that. You know, she was a beautiful girl, you know. But, like, you know how kids, they were looking so butt ugly in the sixth grade and probably somewhere around the seventh. And then next thing you know, in like maybe in the seventh and definitely in the eighth grade, you be looking like, what? This you? This you? This you now? Oh, you listen. You probably had a really good summer because I remember that you used to have braces in the sixth, and now you're the hottie that all the boys are, you know, like creaming themselves all over. Okay, let me stop. That they're having sexual fans, but wait, what? Anyways, so, yeah. So she kind of had that summer glow. Well, she didn't really change too much. I would say she didn't really change too much, honestly. She basically just had like makeup on, and you know, and it was not too much makeup. It was kind of like lipstick and, you know, eyeshadow and eyeliner. Cause, you know, I guess at this age, that's when girls usually start wearing makeup. So yeah, but yeah, back to to the flashback story. So we was there. So it felt like we was dating. We see each other. Fuck, can't speak. So we used to see each other at the library, right? And then almost kids. There, get that part out there. And then next thing you know, I was like, oh yeah. Long story short, we both broke up. That's basically what happened. I broke up with her. And basically, I was like, hey, you know, I think we should be friends and this, that, and the other. And I think it was around, like, I think grade 5 or 6, I believe. Like 5th or 6th grade. Like, I basically just, like, put her in the friend zone, I guess. Or just want to be friends with her. That's basically what it was. I want to be friends with her, you know? And I understand it was just a puppy love crush, also. And also, when I said that, I also mentioned at the church, the, you know, ghetto church that I usually talk about in my, you know, other videos. But anyways. So, at the ghetto church, I mentioned that, you know, I was dating her. And basically, she was kind of, let me describe it right quick. She had dark brown hair, okay? And she was a white girl, basically. And they were like, oh, so you like white girls, apparently. Which, you know, it was like an interracial couple. Anyways. So yeah, she was a white girl with dark brown hair and wore makeup, basically. So yeah, I told him that story, flashbacks. He's like, oh wow, great story. And I'm like, yep, that's what happened. So, and then we talk about the usual stuff, you know, videos and, you know, all this stuff. And next thing you know, bell rings, buddy. Okay, bell rings, right? So, we're walking out the classroom, you know, and I think class about to be over, I believe. So yeah, bell rings and class about to be over, right? So I'm getting my stuff and, you know, I'm leaving. And the next thing you know, me and Maddie, we bump into each other. And I think you know where the story is going, right? So, and then we recognize each other. She was like, oh hey, Joseph, right? Yeah, I remember you. You was in 3rd grade. I remember you from elementary school. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember you too. And then, you know, we was talking and, you know, about stuff. Excuse me. About stuff, this and the other, and yeah. Basically. Just, it was kind of like small talk. You know, it was like, oh hey, I remember you. Blah blah blah. Goodbye. Yeah, basically what it was, and about how we dated it and how we kissed. Well, almost kissed, but yeah, and we could have almost kissed on the spot, but whatever. We didn't. So we leave, and that was that. So around, I think, weeks later, I'll probably say weeks later, I don't know, I end up getting detention. Why did I get detention? I barely remember. From the only thing I know is that I ended up having a game that I brought for, I guess, it was like a speech class, I'm not sure, for a speech class, and then I ended up accidentally having a card that said PORN on it, and yeah, just shut up, alright? Shut up. It was on accident, didn't mean to bring it, but I had to face the consequences, so just shut up, alright? Anyways, so I am telling my friends that, oh hey, look, I'm gonna be in detention, and then, I probably won't see you guys in the morning. And they're like, oh, well, that sucks. So in detention, and you know how, like, okay, so in detention, so during, like, it was like a detention where you had to go in the morning. It wasn't an average school detention, it was a morning detention. So your parents had to drop you off, so my mom, dropped me off, at the school and this, that, and the other. So she had to drop me off, and I had to go to the detention room. And I didn't know what it was, so they had to direct me to the detention room, basically, the teachers and staff. So as I walk in, right? As I walk in, while I'm facing my consequence, accepting my punishment, as I'm walking into the detention room, guess who I see in the detention room? Guess who I see in the detention room with my fedora hat trying to fall? It's Maddie. Maddie's in the detention room. Like, the puppy love crush that I had, she was in the detention room. Is the camera still on? Yeah, it's still on. But anyways, so yeah, she's in the detention room, and I'm like, I'm just straight up shocked, cause I'm like, what? Like, yo, like, how did you get in detention? Like, I'm shocked. Like, I'm just shocked. I'm just thinking, like, what are you doing in detention? Because let me just be honest with you. You guys, she wasn't, like, goody two-shoes or anything like that, to be honest with you. Like, but she wasn't a bad girl either. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm just shocked because I'm thinking, like, what did you do to get in detention? Like, that's what I'm wondering. What did you do to get in detention? How did you get in detention? Like, what did you do that was so bad for you to get in detention? Like, listen, I know that I can't talk because I was a savage at times too. Or basically, I got in trouble at times. I'm not going to lie. But I was shocked because I expected to be in the detention room. Like, I didn't expect to be in there. So I'm like, what are you doing in detention? That's why I'm wondering, like, what are you doing in detention? Like what's good, sis? What's good, sis? Why are you in detention? What's good, sis? What's good? What's good, sis? You need counseling? Like, what's good? What's going on? What happened? Why are you in detention? Did you fight somebody? I'm pretty sure you guys will. Well, I don't know. But, I don't know. So, anyway. As I walk into the detention room, right? And as I sit, I'm basically thinking, okay, look, I'm just going to sit in detention, do my time, and, wait for the bell rings to go to class, right? But no, like, in the detention room, they gave you work, right? They gave you some work, basically, that you had to, like, do in, like, the detention room. So while I'm doing it, I'm wondering, so how did she really get in detention? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, like, what did you do? Like, what did you really do? You know? So, that's what I'm thinking. But then next thing you know, boom, bell rings, I don't care no more, and then I just get my stuff up and, leave the, detention room, basically. And then I go to my homeroom class, which is a special needs classroom, but anyways. So I go to my homeroom class and I see, my friends Sif and Dre that I mentioned in my other, Storytime episodes. And then I'm like, oh hey guys, I'm back from detention, and we're like, oh yeah, we're really sure. So and they're like, oh, how was it? I'm like, it's detention. How do you think it was? Anyway. But I'm like, anyway, that's not the point. So anyways, you guys look. I told them like, hey, listen, I gotta tell you guys something. Like Sif, the girl that I talked about that I had a crush on, or a puppy love crush in 3rd grade? And he's like, yeah, why? And then, excuse me. Anyway, so, I'm sorry, my mom's on the phone, but anyway, just ignore it. So, I tell them, like, listen, I just saw her in the detention room today. And it was like, wait, what? They was like, wait, what? You saw her in the detention room? I'm like, yes, I saw Maddie in the detention room today. And I was wondering, like, what did she do? Like, what did you do to get in detention? Which, let's be honest, I guess, like, you just don't know how people really are, You just don't know how people really are. The true colors just shone in that detention room when I saw her, So they're just like, oh, wow, like, just wow, Like, they were shocked, too, like, really? How did she get in detention? I'm like, I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Like, how did she get in there? But, yeah. So then, meanwhile, Dre, he tells his crush, basically. He had a crush on this one girl. And we're like, okay, who? And then he's like, oh, I had a crush on this girl named, we'll call her Medella, okay? We'll say Medella. So he's like, oh, her name, fuck, I can't talk. Her name is Medella, okay? And basically, we've been, talking, chit-chatting, right? And basically, we're asking, oh, so are you dating? Are you still in love with her? Did you have your first kiss? Like, how was it? Like, how was it? Was it good? Like, how was it? So, basically, he just says he was in love with her and this and that. And Sif kind of thought they was like boyfriend and girlfriend, which to me, I guess you can consider it that way, but I just saw her as a crush to Dre, basically. That's basically what I saw her as, to be honest. So, yeah. And then he was talking about how we're gonna get married and we're gonna have kids and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, slow down, like, slow down. I'm like, Dre, you need to slow down, okay? Okay. I'm just like, yeah, you need to slow down, okay? Just, alright, like, you're going way too far in the future. Like, getting married, having kids, and this, that, and the other, like, you don't need to go that far. So, and he was basically telling about that for the whole class, basically. And then, we was kind of, like, talking about the whole conversation about it. And then, basically, like, literally the whole class, right? They was talking about how, like, oh, there's secret crushes and this and that. Everybody's like, oh, typical middle school stuff, right? And I don't know if I mentioned this in the video, but in case if I didn't, we was talking about how, like, Tyler, like, in the beginning of the story where we was talking in our class, we was talking about how Tyler, like, moved away and, this and that. Because, in case you don't know, Tyler was in I got into a fight story time. You know, how I got into a fight in 6th grade, and then, you know, he bumped into, you know, Civ, made his tray like fall down, and excuse me, how he left for some reason, you know, all that stuff, right? Just you already know. Go watch that story time and you'll know. But it was in my run when, you know, he punched me. But anyways, I felt like he wanted to fight me. But anyways, sorry for rambling so much. But yeah, this pretty much just wraps up the story, to be honest with you. You know, and basically, I just found out my puppy love crush that I had in elementary school, 3rd grade, yeah, when I was little, was in detention. In the same detention room as I was. And she was kind of probably shocked too, but, you know, yeah. And yeah, that wraps up the story. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. Because I be killing it. Because I be popping these Storytime episodes. You know, I be, you know, popping it, this, that, and the other, you know, all that. And by the way, before I end this video, can I just say that middle school relationships don't even last long? Like, they really don't, okay? Like, they just don't. They don't last long, to be honest with you. Like, they just don't. Like, you guys can literally be dating for... Like, you guys can be dating, and then next thing you know, y'all will break up for like 2 or 3 weeks. So it's like, is there really a point to this? Like, or just in general where it's like, here's the thing. If you like rush into a relationship, it's not gonna last. Like, it's just not. It's not. Like I said, especially if you rush into a relationship, it's not gonna last. You know, just especially I guess when you like as young people. But yeah. But yeah, that's to conclude with this video. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Later.